Hello buddy, my name is Eric, and today we're going to be demonstrating the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remote code execution vulnerability that people have been talking about. Now, how do we get this? Well, someone reached out to me offering to do it for me, so we're going to have it, so they're going to execute on it. Okay, so we need Modern Warfare 3, so he's just going to hook me up with Modern Warfare 3 so that we can do this. Okay, so we're now in the account and we are ready to rumble. Okay, so the game has now started. Now the way this works is he's got a mod menu that's going to give him options of things he can do to my game. So I assume I will have to go to play online, but he might... Now what I'm not clear about is whether this requires me and the attacker to be in the same lobby. So the way this exploit works is due to a coding mistake in this game and the fact that it's a peer-to-peer multiplayer game, which, even if you're safe, exposes your IP address, which of course is where today's sponsor comes in. This video is sponsored by Private Internet Access, an award-winning VPN with no logging. Now, the main reason that I'm pointing out here is whenever you use any peer-to-peer service, be it peer-to-peer gaming, peer-to-peer file sharing, or something like TeamSpeak or Internet Relay Chat, where your IP address can be revealed, there is value in using a VPN to prevent things like DDoSing. On older games and older chat services, this can be a real issue. In addition, private internet access can allow you to get around regional restrictions. For example, if you want to watch shows that are not available in your region on Netflix, like The Apothecary Diaries, great anime by the way, a VPN can help. To get the best possible price on Private Internet Access VPN, click the link in the video description. That is piavpn.com/Eric Palker, my name. Thank you, and now back to the video. Now back to your main programming. Now, of course, peer-to-peer multiplayer is a bit riskier. Okay, so I host. Okay, so we do game setup. I don't know that much about this. Options, time limit, unlimited, school limit. Okay. Oh, there we go. Start game. Now, what I've told him to do, first of all, is to validate this works, open the Nyan cat, and then we're going to install the MEMS virus. Now, of course, in the real world, this guy could be a lot stealthier if he was actually a bad guy, and he could just completely take over your game and your computer. Okay. That was the first... what? Did he already do something? Wait. I can't tab out. Oh, no, that. Okay, Control-Alt-Delete right hits the host. I think it's Shift-Tab. Okay. Oh! Okay. So I didn't even know that would be... I didn't even know that would count. Okay, so he changed the map, which you shouldn't be able to do. But that at least, well, I guess the way it works, it doesn't feel like it. But you might think, okay, well, that's normal within the game. Oh! There we go. Okay, that's cool. Now, the reason you shouldn't be able to do that, right, is because I'm hosting the game. He shouldn't be able to change my game settings, but he can. Oh! Oh! Oh, no. You just opened Nyan Cat. You've been Nyaned. Can he... well, no, he can't. I don't think he can see what I'm doing. And, of course, they can open any website they want. If you're streaming, they could try to get you... They could try to get you kicked. Now let's look at ProcApp, because I'm kind of curious whether this spawned as... No, it didn't. I wondered if the Edge was going to open as a sub-process of Call of Duty, but of course you can't hear it because this VM doesn't have sound, luckily. Wait. He just... I don't think... Oh, so he can send chat messages as me as well. Okay, that's pretty wild. You can change the map. Guy's OP. He's okay, so we're debating. Let's try BSOD. Let's see what that does. I want to know if it does like a funny message. Oh. Okay, the game just crashed. Seems like it might have broken. He's asking if it worked. No. Now it's going to try and shut down the VM. Yeah, so it's like half broken the graphics, but it didn't actually crash. That's probably more likely to do with how this thing is set up. You can get it from Google. I don't have one on me. I'm just going to ask him if he's still able to get in. I wonder if it's a fake BSOD. Okay, we're going to restart. So yeah, it seems like the blue screen attempt does crash the game. Okay, and then we'll start the game up again. We can create a new private match and we'll invite him again. There we go, you're invited. And then we can set up a no time limit match again, so we can try more remote code execution. I'm just going to ask him, do I have to be the host for this to work? Okay, no, so it doesn't. So it just, so all that's required for this to happen is for myself to, if anybody in the lobby has the exploit, they can use it against anybody else in the game. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, not a lot of people play this game because of the issue. Oh, he just opened the calculator, which is like the symbol of remote code execution. In those videos I showed of the VM escape, they always do that because it's like a symbol of it. Oh, it looks like he got it. That pop-up kind of scared me. I thought, oh, is that mems? No, it's not. Actually, in that case, I probably need... Oh, yeah, my game crashed. Yeah, I can. Weird. It's like it's just stuck, stopping. Okay, so I invited him. Now we can start the game. And then the file can be uploaded. Oh, he did it! And there we go. But it doesn't seem like anything. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's very much alive. Now, I think if you... Oh, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't rendering before that. Seems that it's a bit buggy, but there we go. Okay, so the obvious question after learning all of this is, why is such a bizarre thing possible? Well, the magic here is something called a ROP chain exploit. ROP stands for Return-Oriented Programming. ROP chain exploits work by taking advantage of the fact that when the return function is called, the destination is determined by the top of the stack. While it is impossible under data execution prevention to directly inject code into the stack, by directing addresses, you can take advantage of instructions already in the binary to achieve the malicious execution you want. So, this is a simple example on the CTF 101 website of how such an exploit can exist. So we have a buffer with 100 bytes, and what happens if we read 1,000 bytes into it? Well, you can guess that's probably not going to end well. Now, in this case, they're able to inject arguments into the function. So by carefully crafting an input, you can achieve this result. This is on Linux. Here we go over using small bits of assembly, which are referred to as gadgets. Now here we've got Modern Warfare 2 opened up in Binary Ninja, so I can just show you a bit of what I'm talking about. So what we have with these gadgets. So here is one of the addresses. So we jump here by putting this on the stack, and then we get move EBP into ESP, pop EBP, which means that it will be loaded from the top of the stack, and then return, which allows us to execute the next piece of our master plan. And I'll just show a few more of these. Here we've got call EAX. So once we've loaded the code we're looking to execute into EAX, and we've loaded the argument, so we can ultimately call it. I'll show you that. So this code allows us to, yeah, I think I got the wrong jump there, but so what ultimately happens is by creating the right data on the stack, which can be achieved through overflow, the program is directed to these different so-called gadgets, which are simply bits of code that's already in the binary being executed in a way that's not intended. Because if the return function believed that this was the return address, it would come to here, do this, and then it would simply call again to the next address at the top of the stack, which is another address from our evil function. Now, using a combination of these and knowledge of the program and the weakness in the netcode, remote code execution can be achieved. Now, the other piece of magic is now that we can call arbitrary functions, what we can also do, because once we know where the function is linked in the binary, we can also call external functions. So, for example, if you wanted to create a message box, you could load the argument, we would call this, and then, boom, we've got a message box. Of course, we can also do more dangerous things, and functionally, we can execute any code we want under the same privileges as the game. So one thing you may be wondering is, okay, this is bad. How can this be fixed? Well, for one of the Call of Duty games, Black Ops 3, there actually is a fan-made patch, and it's theoretically possible, but there are a couple of things that can be done, and there's a reason why these kind of exploits are going to be less of a problem in the future. So, the obvious solution is if the netcode, which is bad across multiple of these games, I'm just going to show some of what I've reversed over on, find some of the interesting code over on Modern Warfare 3. I just got to scroll up because this is like the world's biggest struct. But we can see a lot of this network code. So simply writing the network code, there's an automated technique called fuzzing where you can automatically test different packets. What I think happened here is they didn't do that. They didn't think about the fact that anybody could send packets that shouldn't be sent. They just assumed that nobody would try to hack the game in that manner, and that's how they ended up with this mess. So that's one solution, is just don't have vulnerabilities in the parsing code. The more robust solution is using techniques like address space layout randomization, and especially given remember, this is an older game, this is 32-bit. Once you're 64-bit, it is functionally impossible to brute force against ASLR, which means that rather than just being able to use a hard-coded address and knowing that this is where create file A is going to be, you would not be able to do that anymore. So even if you did gain execution, it would be vastly more limited. So you will see more of these in a newer game. That's one of the main deterrents. And of course, the other one that has a lot of benefits, including hiding your IP address, is instead of using peer-to-peer multiplayer, they could use dedicated server multiplayer, as most of the modern Call of Duties and most modern multiplayer games do, which can add a myriad of benefits. So that is going to be all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share any thoughts in the comments, and please like the video if you enjoyed it. Bye!